Come on, come on. Let's make it. Just stay for a few more seconds, sunlight. And we done it. Welcome back, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, back with some more Don't Starve. So where we left off last, we once again lost yet another pig companion, since I apparently can't keep my friends alive. And now it's another night where we've survived 15 days, not without incident. And yeah, we're just enjoying our spicy chili, cooking up some seeds, a meager meal, but we are making progress. I mean, we could probably go out hunting or something. And whatever progress do we really want to make at this point? Let's wander on over here. We do want to go make some walls, and in order to do that, we're going to have to go mining, so we will want to prepare for that by and by. Also, jerky is a really good food, as you can see right here. Heals you up pretty well, fills you up pretty well as well. And what else do we got in here? We have a carrot, 2 monster jerkies, and a spicy chili. So we're actually doing pretty good. I actually really shouldn't worry too much about, like, really industrializing our food production here, because, honestly, starving is really the least of your worries, and don't starve. Excuse me for a second as I take a sip of my water here. There's far worse things that are more likely to end up getting in your way. Also, sorry if you heard that. There was my phone. Apparently, there may be pizza for dinner tonight, and I am looking forward to that. I apparently also really didn't need to do that. Alright, so last time I believe I said that we were going to go tempting to go hunting, but no. Not today. Today we are going to go mining. It also occurs to me at some point where you should go and... Have we jumped into this wormhole as of yet? I mean, our sanity is doing pretty well. Or it's pretty good, so... And there's no reason not to. Also, this, niter? That's how I pronounce it. Probably pronounced like niter, nitrate. As in like a nitrate? But I'd call it niter. If you actually know the proper pronunciation of that, please don't hesitate to tell me. I'll probably keep pronouncing it wrong, but I would like to know how it's actually supposed to be said. But, yeah. This, in case you're wondering, is used to make the endothermic fire and a couple of other things that I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But it's actually not the most useful of materials. I mean, we already have almost more than we'll ever need for our general purpose, activities here, so with that in mind, and I always stock up on it. I think it's possibly used in the production of some kind of weapon or something, either of the defensive or offensive variety. I cannot quite recall, but yeah, mostly I am pretty sure it's only good for endothermic fires. And well, I suppose you would need more if you make just like regular endothermic fires instead of the fire pit, which lasts forever. But I mean, why would you only make a regular fire when you could have a fire pit? Of course, then again, I suppose it's one of those things where beggars can't be choosers, and if you find yourself in a dire situation, you might want to actually create just a regular endothermic fire and forget about, you know, the pit and everything. But, I prefer to just make a pit and then, you know, you never have to worry about it again. And, of course, I'm blathering on here, and it occurs to me, the use of the endothermic fire pit is to keep you cool in the summer, since, as you can probably guess, you know, endothermic, it kind of takes away heat rather than giving it. I don't actually think that's what endothermic really means when you think about it. Does it actually literally kind of translate into like loss of heat? Something like that? Or outside heat? I don't know. I am, again, not a scientist. I don't know all these words. Well, I know them in the sort of general... Yeah. I like to think I have a good vocabulary, is what I'm trying to say here, but I don't necessarily know the exact proper definition of some of the words I say. I know enough to know the general context in which, like, or... not context. Generally, I know when to use certain words and when not to, even if I don't really know what the word I'm saying means. I don't know if any of that makes sense. I don't think I entirely... what is the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to impress you all with fancy words, and I can't even think of the word I'm trying to say. Am I trying to say elucidate? No, that doesn't sound right. Is that even a word? I might have just made that up. And we've now completely exhausted the stones in the stone biome. Anyway, let's swiftly change the subject, rather than drawing continued attention to my, I guess, lack of word things that escape me. Honestly, that's my big nightmare right there. It's happening. Not being able to think of the words to say. Yes, it truly is a horror for me. As I kind of start going very quiet. Which is not really what we want to do. I should just kind of keep blathering on about something. Just so I at least sound like I know where I'm going with the words that are coming out of my mouth. Yes, that'll do. That'll do just fine. Okay, and you, sir, go there, and we'll... This is probably the last stone for 100 miles. Let's just confirm that. Pretty much. So as night swiftly... Actually, it amazes me how... You know what? What the hell? Please don't let there be monsters. Because you can end up in a world where... Are you kidding me? None of the wormholes in this world actually go anywhere useful. That is a completely non-useful jump. Ugh. Oh yeah, we also probably need wood for fires and things. Words. In order to not die. Because not dying is good. Alright, let's get, I don't know, 2 logs should... We'll put 3 logs on the fire, and hopefully that'll be enough to stave off the darkness for another day. Alright. Plant that. Plant that. You know what? I do want more charcoal for charcoal-related activities. So let's find out if that is going to actually spread to our main tree farm. It looks like it's not. Why is it getting so bright? Like, the light is spreading all the way over here. You know what? I think I am going to harvest these, because I am hopeful that all the bushes will, like, respawn in time for winter, so that we'll have a full set of berry bushes over there. We are kind of on the brink of starvation, since our food setup is not as ideal as it could be. We do have plenty of monster jerky, but monster food hurts you. Oh yeah, we also have our spicy chili. So we're gonna have to go hunt and kill something that drops a meat. Which means either beefalo or, more likely, the pigmen. If we can find any around here. Oh yeah, also ice once put in an ice box will never melt. Niter. Actually, light, let's see here. Endothermic fire. Endothermic fire pit. As you can see, you need all kinds of fancy things to actually get the damn thing working. We're not going to worry too much about that. We have miner hat, moggles. Oh yeah, it is called a moleworm. And moggles. Pumpkin lantern. Regular lantern. Refuelable, bright, portable. Yeah, this is pretty good. Though I think you have to wield it as a weapon. Or just drop it on the ground. Moggles are... Oh, they give you smelly vision. Miner hat is also very useful. All really useful things, really, when going into the dark underground portions of the world. Okay. Now, charcoal is also a pretty good fuel source. I've never really done the math. I'm not sure if having a couple of bits of charcoal is dramatically better than having, like, more stacks of wood. Because I'm not entirely sure how, like, how much charcoal is worth as, like, a fuel source. Like, if we were to assign a number, and, like, regular wood is, like, worth one point, how many points would charcoal be? I'm not sure. I actually don't have... Oh yeah, I do have some niter already stacked up. Okay. And we might as well start refining some stone, and possibly considering making some structures out of said stone. Of course, then again, do we really need to do that right now? The answer is no, but I'm probably going to do it anyway. Because I'm ever so logical like that. Okay. How far am I willing to push this? That's how far, apparently. We are going to need to go on an expedition for more... Oh, and our head is gone. Yeah, we're going to have to... Wait, how many, yeah, light. What do we need for the endothermic fire pit? 4 stone, so... Let's, also it's control to split things in half. Or you can just do something like that. Hold control and do something sort of like that. Alright, so I want to make sure that I have all the stuff for an endothermic fireplace, even though we're not going to be making one for a while. And I do want to turn the rest of these into walls. Now, the question, of course, of how big are we going to make this base of ours, I'm not quite sure yet. Okay. So we've got something like that, and the idea... I don't think our forestry department is going to be inside the walls. So, how do we want to do this? Let's see here. Oh. You know what? Since I'm not entirely sure how I want to structure all this, we're just going to plop that down there. We're also... Nope. Alright, yes, now we're back to the original orientation we had things. That's also very important to me for some reason. Just arbitrarily setting things up that way. Of course, it occurs to me, can we find any footprints around here still? That might be a good idea, because I think we can go hunting and get ourselves a Koalefant. Because that would give us the food we need to survive another day. If we... Oh, there we go. Let's go hunting, shall we? Oh, hunting we will go, hunting we will go. I don't know why I've started singing in recent videos. It's odd. Because I don't think I have a particularly good singing voice, so where I'm suddenly getting the confidence to sing, or attempt to sing, rather, I don't know where that's coming from. I'll just say, I guess, that this whole YouTube experience has made me more confident in myself, even if that confidence is not necessarily warranted. I don't know. Well, then again, what am I saying? Confidence not warranted? Why wouldn't being confident in myself be warranted? I mean, honestly, it's the whole point in living, isn't it? That you should be confident in what you do, and you just do what makes you feel good. Thinking of which, well, actually not thinking of which, on a completely random note, I'm just looking at the timer here, and I didn't reset it after recording the last episode, because that's another thing I've started doing lately for some reason, is recording multiple episodes in one sitting. Which is not bad. It's just, oh. It's just I should attempt to... There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and run. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can get in 5 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it is dead. And since we don't want the regular trunk for making into clothing, we could just, cook it. Yes, that's what we could do with it. And we get a very nice, tasty trunk. I mean, the Koalefant, it's a very exquisitely tasting animal, apparently. Once you cook all the snot out of the trunk, it's very tasty. I, for one, would probably not want to eat something whose flavor comes from roasted snot, but hey, then again, if I was in this kind of situation, I probably wouldn't be questioning it. I mean, at this point, if I'd survived 17 days in a world like this, I wouldn't be questioning anything that happens. Because, I mean, let's be honest here. With it, I mean, the pig man, I have to be honest. I can't help but imagine that in real life, if you saw, like, a pig man, like, just my image of, like, translating a pig man from the sort of cartoonish, like, art style of the game into reality could potentially be nightmare-inducing. Oh, I can't even cook that. Okay. Well, nah, we won't use up the monster jerky yet, because monster jerky has a pretty long shelf... Actually, might as well cook that. It has a pretty long shelf life, so there's no real, excuse me, reason to, you know, worry about it too quickly. That tasty Koalefant trunk steak. Yeah, somehow even more nasal than before. Oh, wow, that's some good eating. Ooh, angry eyes. Someone's not happy to see me. Why? Why are you not happy to see me? I'm happy to see you. I guess you can't win them all. You can try, but you're not gonna win them all. And the sooner you learn that lesson in life, the happier you will be. But, yeah, I think we'll wrap this episode up here. It may be a bit longer or a bit shorter, but because I forgot to set the timer, I can't quite tell. So, as always, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Get away hand. And I will see you all in the next video.